All right, here we go, guys. We're working on molarity today. You have a packet that looks like this. This first page is a matching activity. You need to do this on your own time. Everybody understand? You're doing this. You can use the googly wooglies, whatever resources you need to use them. This is due. You will have a vocabulary quiz. Seriously, you're going to have a vocabulary quiz next time you come to class. So, like, literally you need to do this. Wakey, wakey. All right, so this next page is where we're going to start. Everybody, we're on page 2. Open up. We're talking about molarity. We have some formulas we need to learn and love with molarity. Essentially, molarity is how Kool-Aid-y your Kool-Aid is.
Not Kool-Aid.
Okay? So, like, let's talk about it. This is sugar-free Kool-Aid. Describe Kool-Aid to me. What do we have first?
Water.
This is sugar-free Kool-Aid.
That's not Kool-Aid.
That's not Kool-Aid. That's just straight water.
Okay, we'll go with it, kids. Okay, so first thing we have is that Kool-Aid pack, right?
Okay.
You have the Kool-Aid pack, and then this is the Kool-Aid man.
Don't that got sugar?
That's a Kool-Aid snowman.
Okay. That's the Kool-Aid pack.
That's a Kool-Aid
And
dog.
then you have the water, right? That's water. That's water, okay? So you have Kool-Aid, and then you have water, and then you make Kool-Aid drink, right? Ours is grape flavored because that's the only flavor you should be drinking. Honestly, fruit punch. Let's be real. Okay, here's the deal. We have some words for this. This is called the solute. It's what you put into the solvent, which is water most of the time. The solute is what you put into the liquid or the aqueous substance, and it makes a solution. All right? So, if I'm looking at this in a chemical sense or in a chemistry land, I've got a solute, which is like a powder sometimes. That is going to be measured in moles. Okay? And I have my solvent, which is going to be measured in liters. And to determine how Kool-Aid-y my Kool-Aid is, I'm going to use a proportion. And the fancy word for proportion is the fancy word for fraction. Okay? So, looking at this page, let's put this into a formula. Put this into a formula, okay? Here we go. Big M. Do you think I did that on accident? No. It is a capital M equals the number of moles of solute divided by the volume in liters of solution. Solution is abbreviated SOL''N. You should be writing. Should be writing. All right, here we go. Notice that we use an N for number of moles, and we have volume on the bottom. You should be writing.
Sorry.
All right. Now, let's do us a little practice-y problem here. A little practice, a little problem, a little practice problem. All right, the first one says, what is the molarity of a 0.384 liter solution containing 0.545 moles of NaCl? Our formula is M equals what over what? Read, children. N over V. Okay. Do I know how many moles are in this question?
Isn't it 0.545?
Right, because it literally says 0.545 moles. So that's how many moles I have. 4 or 5 moles is going to go on top. Now my volume has to be in liters. What unit does it have to be in?
Liters.
Can it be in milliliters?
No.
It has to be in what?
Liters.
Thank you. How many liters are in my solution?
0.384.
How did you know that?
It said it in the
Literally.
Literally.
Now what do you think I need to do? Divide. Get your calculator, Nori. Thank you, Javon, for doing this this division for us.
I don't know why you see bonus.
Oh, here we go. Your calculator.
I divide top first, right?
Top and then the bottom.
In it.
And then let's see what we get.
0.385. And you got 1.4. Hold on, did I press times? Okay, I might have pressed times all the time.
Bro, here.
Oh yeah, I did press divide again. All right, 1.4.
Good. And your units for this are capital M. Capital M. What are we looking at for time?
Yes,
It's 9:53.
not literally.
All right, here we go. Moving on. Next up. Wow, that's such a simple question. I expected such a simple answer. Next question equals N over V. All right, somebody read the second example here.
Calculate the molarity of 0.349 moles of FeCl3 dissolved in 12.1230 milliliter solution.
All right, here we go. My formula is N over V, which is moles over volume. Help me out. How many moles are in this question?
0.349.
Good. 0.349 moles is going to go on top. How many liters are in this question?
None.
Correct.
It's milliliters.
There's
not
milliliters. How can I convert milliliters to liters? Alex, do you know?
Do you know, Javon?
3 times to the left. Good, because it's LIT lit, okay? So, milliliters to liters, you're going to move that decimal point to the left 3
5
times.
minutes remaining.
Thank you. 1250 and at 1230. The decimal point is actually after which number? The 0. And then I move it to the left how many times?
3.
3, because it's LIT lit. So, we have 1.230 liters. Liters is spelled LITERS. That's what I mean by it's lit. So remember, LIT. 3 times to the left. Okay? All right, so how many liters do I have in this question now?
1.230.
Good job. What do I do now, Javon?
You divide.
Good job.
All right, Mona, divide.
What do I get? Javon on the left. Use your device. Come on. What am I dividing? Beautiful. What do we get?
Shoot, bro.
It's okay. It's okay. Take your time. Until
No, I was talking about literal.
actually, we do have
You know what?
Okay.
0.3.
close.
No, 2.
0.28. Two after the decimal point. All right. And what are my units? Capital M for molarity. This is essentially concentration. Okay. Now, sometimes it's not going to be as straightforward and ask you for the molarity. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit more complicated and ask you for something else, such as the number of moles.
You got 3 minutes.
Thank you. Ooh, that's aggressive. All right, let's look. We got to derive this formula. So we have M equals N over V, right? How can I solve this equation for N? How can I solve it for N? I need N to be by itself. What's keeping N, the letter, from being by itself?
Well, you multiply by B, right?
Do you agree, Alex? Yes, good. We multiply both sides by V. So now, if I'm rewriting my equation, what does N equal, Jamari?
Huh?
What does N equal now that we multiply it by V?
What do you, M or no?
N equals what? Because this is canceled out, so what's left over here?
What do you, M V?
Good job, MV. Okay? You see how we did that? Because once we canceled it out, it went away. So our next formula is N equals M times V. So that's your second formula. This can also be written M times V equals N. It's the same thing. Now, Hayden, solve this formula for V. How can I get V by itself? What's keeping it from being by itself? M. What is M doing? Remember, I'm recording, so your voices are real close to the phone. All right. What's keeping V from being by itself? You said M. Is it being multiplied, added, divided, or subtracted right now? How do you undo multiplication? Good job. So I'm going to divide both sides by M.
You got 1 minute.
So I'm left, thank you, I'm left with V equals N over M. So these are your three formulas. And our main one, which is M equals N over V. Now, the problems on the back of this sheet, you are going to plug in your information into your three different formulas. You have your formulas, just plug and chug, kids. On your moles one, when you're solving for moles, you're multiplying. Volume, you're dividing. Molarity, you're dividing. Next up, flip on over, is your molarity simulation lab. This lab, you're going to click that link, and those of you guys who, we're not doing this in person right now, but those of you who have this, you're going to click that link, and it's going to open up to the simulation so that you can complete the next 2 pages. So that is your assignment to finish up this packet. I need it done by Friday. Okay, that's it. Thank you.